everybody, my name is Mehmet Ergin. I'd like to introduce Inspect This today. Avondale is a Salesforce.com app exchange partner. We're proud to present mobile inspections that's powered by the Force.com platform. If you like what you see here today and you want to check it out yourself, you can go to inspectthis.net and from here you can get more information, as well as you can click on the 30 days free trial button and you will see this form. You fill this out, you will automatically get your own login credentials in via email, and you will be able to try the application. In order to try the mobile application, you'll also have to download the Inspect This application from iTunes or the App Store, depending on which one you're using. And the credentials that you'll be asked from the App Store will have been sent to you via email if you had initiated a trial. So now I'm going to get to the real heart of the application and do some live demonstrations. We are now in the Salesforce.com console, and I'm going to show the Inspect This App Exchange application. It is the administrative application that drives our mobile applications, and it will be used by Salesforce.com administrators. It'll be used by super users and office employees and staff that are responsible for inspections, field service operations, work order tracking, etc. Some of the highlights I'm going to cover today is the asset structural highlights. We have the ability to set up multiple asset hierarchies so that sites, units, asset types, installed assets may be set up for a particular use case depending on what you're tracking. It could be physical, it could be virtual, it could be stores, or we could track it down to the serial number level of a particular piece of equipment, containers, anything. We have the ability to set up an unlimited number of these types of asset structures so that you can have multiple different asset types and multiple different asset structures within the same Salesforce organization. So walking through the asset structure, I'm going to show you one example. We also have tickets and for case management, tickets and work orders. We have a fully built out ticket-based engine for inbound requests. Inbound requests could be for logging a problem in the field. It could be customer feedback. It could be an inspection initiation. It could be an inspection request. If you're an inspections company, it could be a request to conduct an inspection. Everything's fully relabelable, so we call them what we need to call them. Salesforce is a very robust translation and translation workbench, so that everything you see in today's demo may be relabeled to match the vocabulary that you're used to using. I'm also going to go over work orders, show you a completed inspection, and show you all the things that we track about an inspection. I'm going to show how we report on inspection results using the Salesforce reporting engine or our PDF output engine, so you can see results in very specific formats. I'm also going to show you our forms engine to give you a quick flavor of how we very rapidly replace paper forms and paper checklists using our form builder, our forms engine. Talk a little bit about reports and dashboards. That's useful for all kinds of performance tracking and inspections tracking. So diving right in, sites is the top level hierarchy. I mean, accounts and contacts are a given. You'll be able to keep track of all of your various different accounts, whether they're vendors or customers, everything about it. The inspection hierarchy for asset tracking starts at sites, and I'm going to drill down in a ski lift example in the state of Colorado. Here is a snowmass ski. We can embed pictures and images about the site. If you're familiar with Salesforce, these are standard Salesforce capabilities, so page layouts are all very easily modifiable. You can drag and drop fields. Everything that you see on screen, literally in real time or within minutes, we could put other fields, take them off, create new fields. You could do this yourself. These types of base operational setups are all configuration oriented. Underneath the site, we have units, and you can have an unlimited number of units associated with a site. You could see the assets that are installed at the site. In this case, we're looking at specific ski lifts at the snowmass area. The units are all different areas of the different of the site of snowmass. You can see licensing information about the site. Licensing and things like licensing permits, citations, if they apply to what you're doing, they may be configured against sites, units, or down to the installed asset level. We have the ability to do what's called a signed checklist or bundling, so you can bundle different types of inspections, more than one, to a particular site. You can also bundle them up to the unit level or to the installed asset level. It's very flexible, and it's done like that on purpose so that our team of experts, as well as our customers, once they have some training, they can set up their asset structures very easily and quickly. All of this is also integratable with an external system. So our application at its core supports a standalone inspection scenario application, or we can integrate your asset tracking system of choice, whether it's SAP or NetSuite. If you have a custom asset tracking system, it can be integrated with those. Within Salesforce, within the environment, there's notes and attachments, there's content you can use for the content management system, so you can have all of your documents as using the Salesforce content system, which is very robust. I'm not going to discuss it in today's demo, but Salesforce content is part of the application that you may leverage for all your content and document management needs within your asset structure. So diving into a unit, and we can just keep drilling down here. Alpine Spring is an area within snowmass. Here, we're looking at the history behind Alpine Springs. You can see the installed assets here, lift with a particular serial number, if there's a vendor associated with it. Again, this is all super configurable and super customizable. When we get down to the last level of what we're inspecting against, it's called an installed asset. We can relabel these to anything we want, but you can see within the asset structure the nth level, the last degree of what we're tracking, physical or virtual, it doesn't matter. You can see particular information, metadata information, in this case, the lift information, the drive information, it's all here. You can see the last completed inspection, you can jump to it. You can see if there's a recurring inspection associated with the asset, then you can jump to the event that manages the recurring inspections. So we have a full recurring assignment, recurring inspection engine. It leverages Salesforce events, so it's super powerful and flexible. You can set up daily, weekly, monthly, etc. If there is a next scheduled, if there was one, you'd see the link here, you can jump to that. So one way to navigate the system is through what are you inspecting, what are your assets out there. You can find it, you can use Salesforce's search engine to find the asset quickly. There's dozens of ways to get to the actual information. Once you're here, you can see everything about it. You can scroll down and these related lists, that is the Salesforce.com user interface paradigm. You can see what assigned questionnaires and inspect this is an actual inspection that was assigned. It's going to be done. You can see any assigned questionnaires, historical or current. You can see the status. You can jump to it. Anytime there's a link, you can jump to it. You can see any past variances with inspection results. If there was any citations or deficiencies or work orders, notes and attachments, etc. You can get to everything that you could possibly want to. From here, I'm going to drill down to an assigned questionnaire, which is an inspection that was conducted by Mr. Ali here, and it's tied to a particular questionnaire. When you're here, you can see that the location GPS tracking that was involved in the inspection. You can see the Q&A. You can see the particular responses to the questions from an inspection. And again, no matter where you're looking at, you'll always be able to see the relevant information, deficiencies, contact roles that's associated, the inspection history from a logging perspective. We have stage-based history, so you can see how long people have owned it. We have a very advanced workflow management engine, so you can do performance optimizations. You can get geolocation histories as to what happened to where, when it was started, etc. I'm going to jump to a more completed inspection example. Here's a Fannie Mae property inspection that was done, and a couple of highlights about what we track at the conducted inspection level is the assignment date, the original start date, the end date, how long it took to conduct the inspection, in addition to the GPS information. Was this part of a recurring inspection or not, using a recurring engine or our ability to do recurring or preventive maintenance schedules. You can see any scores that was a result of the results of the inspection, so we score all the answers. We have a couple of configurations: submitted and is locked, is synced. Is locked and is synced controls the mobile device. If it's locked, then after submission, the inspector can no longer edit this. Is it synced, meaning is it even show up on the inspector's mobile device? That way we can use Salesforce's built-in workflow engines and our criteria-based process flows to determine how long things are archived and on the mobile device and the security parameters around it. Any files that are associated with it, that was pictures and other things will show up here. Questionnaire questions, responses are here, and again, all the various different things you'd want to know about an inspection. I'm going to show you some outputs associated with an inspection from reporting. There's multiple different ways to see outputs. One is the standard data model. Other than that, you can use Salesforce reports to see the questions and responses. Here is the original question. What was the response? Was there any reviewer's notes, scores? Was there any notes by the reviewer? If there's a review process in place, you can take the results of these reports and you can do a printable view and dump them into Excel. This is all standard Salesforce.com platform technology. Very powerful, customizable. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, assuming that some of our audience already knows Salesforce, but you can hit the customize button and see all the list of available fields and data points. There's literally dozens of these data points that you can look at about an inspection and the results, the Q&A around it, and get it on screen very quickly yourself. With some basic training, you'll be able to slice dice your inspections results any which way you want. We have Another way to see inspection results over time, which is a different type of report that I will show you. Here's a list of the inspections for the same asset and the same particular inspection. So if you have recurring inspections across an asset, what you just saw earlier was a one inspection with all the lists in rows where each answer is in a row. Here you're looking at a more of a matrix type of style where you can see multiple inspections and the questions are listed as columns. Again, standard Salesforce ability. These are very critical because the nature of unlimited forms, unlimited configurations is such that we're all very metadata driven. You need to be able to get your data out as a very important milestone, as a very important feature of an application, inspections application, of enterprise quality application. You can filter by dates, you can filter by units, by types, however way you want to see the data. You can summarize information here. You can summarize information by different question areas and different dates that are available on the inspection, the created date, modified date, etc. So this is important. You can dump this also out to Excel and do what you want with it. So that's a common question is, does our inspection setup scenario support the standard Salesforce engine? And the answer is yes, so you can get to anything that you want from there. On top of that, we have created a ability to use Salesforce templates to merge in your inspection results into template-driven outputs so that we save time in preparing your inspection results and reports. Here is a example template. Here's a template information up on the top. It's merged in from the account contact. You've got logo. Here's a particular output type. This is, it's grouped by questionnaire grouping area, what structure it is. So we have unlimited flexibility into producing these types of reports with the answers, with any embedded pictures, annotations. If there was files or audio, we could include the links to the those types of information. So we can create gist deficiencies, gist work orders, combinations, etc. We can get really fancy very quickly with these templates. And with sufficient training, you can create and maintain your own templates as well. I have an example of a complicated government form that is I use in my demos. It's for elevator safety unit outputs, and you can see all the answers here. This is an elevator safety inspection example. Here's an output in a state-specific format. And you can see that this is a very particular government form with a particular form number and address information merged in. We bring in all the information, and you can see all the results in a particular format. So you can see variances. This is an output. So we have unlimited flexibility in our output engine. So showing a little bit about tickets, just the highlights. Tickets are the inbounds. They can be created by email, web to ticket. They could be created manually. They could be created automatically. We could use this as an integration with a different system. We have full ability to use communications to do ticket-based communications with external parties. We can sum up hours, and if there's financial involved, we can sum up prices from the work orders. You can see all Kanban type of performance indicators like current status, days in system, due date, remaining days, last status update. If there's services associated with the ticket, you can see it. Any work orders that are tied to it for assignment. Either they might have been created in the field, you might create them here and assign it for advanced task-based workflow routing. We can have contact roles. You'll be able to see the full stage histories, how long people have owned it. Any inspections associated with the ticket, any inspection bundles or assigned checklists associated with it. Work order tracking information is very similar. Look and feel is very similar. A work order, you can see who's it assigned to, when's it due. You can see at a glance if the mobile application's in use, then you can see time spent on the work order, total hours, again, Kanban statistics, etc. Okay, I'm going to show a commonly asked area, which is how do we build these forms, and what is the magic behind an unlimited number of forms capability. We use our own form engine that we built. It's a metadata engine. So highlighting an example here to maintain a question. Here we have a question bank concept. So if you have a list of inspection forms, we take all the questions and associated answers and put them into a question bank, and we can add new questions from here, or we could take it from the question bank and click on the side add things to configure a new form. You could see that the bottom half of our console is the actual question with the questionnaire with the forms added. Here you can drag and drop the different order. You can add grouping levels. It's very easy to use. It's drag and drop. It's been field tested for administration maintenance. So you'll be able to maintain, you'll be able to add new forms, maintain existing ones, group them. You can add scorings. You can configure what the potential answers are. You can do conditional routing configurations here, what the next question is. So with some simple training, within a couple hours, our customers are able to build and maintain their forms. We've built this thing so that it's super easy for us to add new forms. That's one of the reasons why we can, even during our demo phase, when we're doing a proof of concept for a new customer, we can very easily take their existing forms and put it in within a couple hours and show them live on a mobile application the replacement of their forms. No coding required. That's the magic. It's all configuration. Last but not least, I want to show just a highlight of reports and dashboards. So we do respect Salesforce reports. I showed you a couple of reports earlier, but you can see just from the list of here, we have scheduled inspections, waiting inspections, recurring inspections, time reports, work order status. Here's a list of, here's a typical sample chart by inspector, record count, who has what. You can look at down below, you can customize these. So we provide several dozen reports with the application that you can customize on your own or create new reports very, very easily. We support the full dashboard concept in Salesforce. So here's an inspect the sample dashboard. You can see what's waiting, what's scheduled. Here's a inspector performance, so we can track what's assigned, how long they've had it, and what their status is. You can look at tickets by origin, where are they coming from, what's the sources, what the statuses are, which of your inspection forms are in use, in a pie chart. These are just samples. Salesforce comes with a very business user-friendly, and we train on how to use reports and dashboards extensively. And we also support in building our customized versions for our customers so that they quickly have access to the relevant information that they need when they need it. All of this information that you see is also fully compatible with Salesforce One. Salesforce One is the Salesforce.com application that is an online application that allows workers, mobile workers, to work anywhere in the field, anywhere in the world with an internet connection. You can do everything that I showed you highlights of today on a mobile device that is optimized for tablet use worldwide. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please reach out to our team. Thank you.